Results 2024 news now. The race for president taking the national spotlight. 8 Republicans hoping to challenge President Biden took part in their first debate hours ago.
But the GOP frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, was not among them. Mark Lehman is following the latest. And Mark, the candidates spent much of their time focusing on the issues.
The presidential hopefuls touched on a variety of topics, those with the most experience highlighting their records, while political newcomers tried to break away from the pack, all hoping to gain ground on former President Trump, who wasn't on the stage. 8 Republican rivals facing off in their first debate last night. With the GOP frontrunner noticeably absent, Governor Ron DeSantis tried to take the spotlight off of former President Trump.
Mike did his duty. I got no beef with him. But here's the thing. Is this what we're going to be focusing on going forward? The rehashing of this?
The candidates all working to get their message across while focused on issues like the deficit.
The truth is that Biden didn't do this to us. Our Republicans did this to us, too. When they passed that $2.2 trillion COVID stimulus bill.
Abortion legislation was a big topic of discussion as well.
We can't leave it to Illinois. We can't leave it to Minnesota. We must solve that issue.
There were also some heated moments. Instead of targeting DeSantis, who is second to Trump, some candidates took swipes at businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, who has been gaining in the polls.
The last person in one of these debates, Brett, who stood in the middle of the stage and said, "What's a skinny guy with an odd last name doing up here?" was Barack Obama, and I'm afraid we're dealing with the same type of amateur.
This first debate introduced the GOP field to voters. Now it's up to the candidates to win them over ahead of the Iowa caucus in January. Another presidential debate is scheduled for next month in California. Crystal?
Mark, thanks. Meantime, former President Trump is expected to arrive in Atlanta in just hours to turn himself in on the latest round of charges connected to alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Mr. Trump is among 19 people indicted by a grand jury in Georgia, accusing the group of taking part in a so-called criminal enterprise to prevent the peaceful transfer of power. Lawyers for Trump, who has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, negotiated a $200,000 bond. Many of his co-defendants are also turning themselves in, including former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. He represented Trump in legal proceedings in the aftermath of the election and faces the same 13 counts as the former president. And much like Trump, Giuliani remains defiant.
This indictment is a travesty. It's an attack on not just me, not just President Trump, not just people in this indictment, some of whom I don't even know. This is an attack on the American people.
And last night, former President Trump released a pre-recorded interview with former Fox News host Tucker Carlson. We'll show you his latest message coming up in the next half hour.